Discord so I can post this. But yeah, so Eric Worre's been amazing, like so many good stories. So if you're going through your work day, you're going through your stuff from now on, I definitely encourage you just as much as like we love Emblem Nation and Simon Chan, just YouTube Eric Worre and just keep listening to Eric Worre stuff. Eric Worre interviews with top leaders, Eric Worre trainings. Like he has GoPro trainings from the past 10 years for free on YouTube. It's so freaking fire, man. So Eric Worre's been good for me. Obviously, a lot of us aren't enrolling like 5-10 people a week right now, but it doesn't matter. Continue just to pound our personal development, and Eric Worre, because that's what's going to help motivate us. So it's hard. It really is hard for me not to work after I listen to Eric Worre interview like Ray Higdon. Ray Higdon has a nuts story about just working his ass off. He worked hard for 6 months. He got 20, his goal is to get 20 no's a day. He just literally rapid fire called. He found phone books, his contacts, his social media contacts. He went to businesses all over his local city, county, literally just found business cards, realtors, called everybody he possibly could for 6 months. From the time he got into his company, his 7th month, he made $50,000. His 3rd or 4th month, he made $10,000 in a month. His 3rd or 4th month, by just insanity going psycho. And so when you hear that stuff, it's hard not to be motivated, to freaking message somebody. So anyways, if I go through this real quick, I have 10 points. It's called Eric Worre's 10 rules for success. I'm going to go through real quick. Can you guys write this down? Will you guys be able to listen and be attentive, like write it down or write on your notes or laptop or something? Just 10 bullet points real quick. I'll try to make it quick for you guys, but I think it'd be a good intro to some Eric Worre stuff, because then tomorrow we're going to be going over the seven skills of network marketing. So I don't want to go into that today because we'll be doing it tomorrow. But this is called Eric Worre's 10 rules for life. So hopefully y'all can listen to a little bit of this, write it down, put it in your laptop and your phone. Michael's probably on the toilet, so Michael, write these down in your phone or whatever. Number 1, this is Eric Worre's rules for success. So try to write these down. Number 1, be a right now person. It's called be a right now person. There you go, Michael. And I'll put this in the notes description on YouTube. And I hope that me putting all these notes every single day in all the YouTube descriptions, somebody will take the notes, at least copy and paste them from the YouTube description. So number 1, be a right now person, because so much in this business, I'm like, well, tomorrow I'll do that reel. Next week I'll make that video. Next week I'll call my chicken list person that I've been thinking about. Next month I'll take this step in my business. It's always like, well, you know what? I shit the bed this week. Next week I'm really gonna hit it hard. Right now it's already Friday. I have no personal enrollments this week. I thought I was going to. You know what? Whatever. I'll just try next week. I'll restart when it hits Monday morning. That's just a crappy attitude. So be a right now person, like do it now rather than later. There's a difference between listening. So there's 3 levels to this. You can write this bullet point: listening to understanding to action. So the best way to learn, the best way to learn is that you can listen. So you can halfway listen to me on these calls. You can halfway listen to Eric Worre training. You can halfway listen to the podcast. You can halfway listen to Tony Robbins, or you can understand. So understanding what someone is saying, understanding a training, understanding what people are talking about, understanding is better than listening. It's better for you to understand than just like merely hear my voice when training. But even better than understanding is action. Action is the best way to learn. Many of us know that, but we don't do enough of it. So action is the best way to learn. So going from listening, because new people might just be coming on here and just merely listening, just literally merely having the sound on, listening to understanding, and then taking action is the best way to learn. So number 1, be a right now person and take the action. Number 2, have goals, short-term and long-term. We talked about this a lot with, and this is really good to write down these 10 things to share with your new people and your new team and all the people, all the blessings and all the new leaders we're about to have. So number 2, have goals, short-term and long-term. We've talked about this with like Tyler Walter and just like the dreamlining and having goals, short-term and long-term. So we won't have to go into that, but having goals of today. Like I have goals, like I have to have goals now, like per hour. Like, okay, in the next hour, I'm like, you know what? It's been a crazy morning, but for the next hour, I need to do this. I need to get this done, reach this amount of messages, short term and then long term. Like, I literally have to, be like 3-star this year. That's more of a longer term. Number 3, create the right environment. You guys know environment is everything on here. Surround yourself with us as much as possible. Everybody in, Florida knows that. Even Tyler Beckett knows that, coming down here, getting his environment right. So number 3, create the right environment. Number 4, evolve. Number 4, you can just put evolve. And so y'all know this, you've been around for 1 year. We have a duty and obligation to literally be a different human every year. If we're the same person in 6 months and 12 months, we didn't do it right. So number 4, evolve. Always evolve. Every year you should be a different person. Number 5, use your imagination. Get clear with your goals, clarity. Tyler talks about this a lot, so you don't have to hone in on it. But number 5, use your imagination, get clear on it. It is really important, obviously, our imagination, our visualization. At the same time, we can't sit on the couch and just imagine a Lamborghini and someone's going to drive up with it and give us the keys. But imagination, the subconscious mind, visualization, you guys know. Number 6, take charge. There's always a way to move forward. This is kind of like the Jim Rohn thing. Like, it's not the blowing of the wind, it's the set of the sail. There's always a way to move forward, no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what's going on in your life. You could have family deaths, the economy could crash, everybody could be dying of the next strand of Ebola, whatever. There's always a way to move forward and make more money and help more people. Number 7, know your why. I know we talk about our why a lot. Get deep with your why, because watching a motivational Tony Robbins video, it might help, for a few minutes, but it's really not going to help us hit our goals and, be millionaires and do the things we want to do. Number 7, know your why. Number 8, focus on high value activities. This is really good. This is one of my favorite ones by Eric Worre. Number 8, focus on high value activities. This is fire and something that Michael and Caden hear me talk about a lot in our house. You guys, all of you probably heard me, but focus on high value activities. You should do your best to only do activities that have the potential to pay you $500 an hour. Eric Worre said, it's been 20 years since I've been to a grocery store, mowed my lawn, done laundry, any of this stuff. So obviously we have a lot of work to do before we can get to some extent, but there'll come a day when, like, I'm not going to drive around when I don't need to. I'll have a driver. There's going to be a whole economy based around my life. Like, I'm going to have assistants. I'm going to pay a full-time assistant in a few years, like $100,000, $50,000, $100,000 a year to be my assistant. I'll have virtual assistants. I'll have people doing my laundry, people doing my groceries. Michael can Instacart my food.
Yeah, you can lick me.
Whatever. So that's really good. These are really fire to write down and remember, but only doing activities that are, is this activity have the potential to make me a lot of money? Guess how much $500 an hour makes you a year?
Millie.
$1 million in a year is about $500 an hour. Number 9, master your emotions. Change your default emotion. What's that about, Michael? Master your emotions. Changing your default, because your default is usually what? Stress, BS.
Bullshit.
Master your emotions. Make your default emotion gratitude and excitement and exhilaration.
Enthusiasm.
Number 10, find the reason to stay. This one hits home. There could be a million reasons for all of us. Like, think of we had a million reasons to quit the past year because it sucked and it's been really hard. Every single day we choose the reason to stay, and the reason to stay is, even though there might be more, we might be able to automatically think of more reasons to leave and do something else with our lives. We always have to choose the reason to stay. So thought that was good. I'll put it in the description, but fire, baby. Let's try to send this. I'll get this YouTube link out and try to send it to everybody that missed, because everybody's sleeping on it today. They thought it was already the weekend.
Working on the weekend like usual. Hey, at least we show up.
Hey, who's gonna make the money? The people that show up every day.
Tiffany is.
It is absolutely inevitable. It is absolutely inevitable by the laws of the universe for it not to happen for us. Tiffany, y'all dressed up today. I like the polka dots.
I didn't get any sleep last night, but I still got up and went to the gym at 5:30.
Amen. Let's go.
The dang old smoke detectors was going off for an hour.
That's the worst.